Howdy folks, and welcome to the Hillbilly Kitchen. Today we're making some cheeseburger tater tot cups. Now I'm going to show you how to make the basic tater tot cup because the way that you fill these or top them is virtually endless. And we're going to talk about some of the other ways to top them because you can use these for breakfast, you can use them for party appetizers on game days, sleepovers, movie nights, even summer barbecues if you wanted to. They're a really good snack food or even kind of a light meal if you wanted to do them that way. The breakfast ones would be great for brunches, and I know a lot of times in the spring it seems like brunch is a thing, especially around Mother's Day and Father's Day and stuff. Folks go to church and then they get together and they eat. So anyway, what you need are some frozen tater tots. You want to spray your pan good with a non-stick spray or wipe some oil in it or something so they'll come out. Divide up your tater tots, 4 or 5 per cup. I did 4. And then we're going to put these in a preheated 425 degree oven, which is what the tater tot bag says. And we're going to bake them for 25 minutes, which is what the bag says. Now we're doing hamburger ones today, and we're going to dress them up all different kind of ways. So I've got some ground beef over here that I have already started cooking, and I'm going to season it with some of these little dried onions. And you know, there's that one hamburger chain that they just use a pickle and a dried onion. So put some of that in there, and you don't have to. You can season your hamburger meat however you want to. I'm going to put some onion powder, give it some flavor for sure, a little garlic, and of course some salt and pepper. But you do it however you want. You can spice it up, do some taco seasoning in it would be good, and you can make tater tot taco cups. Like I said, the way that you dress these up is just endless. And then just a little salt and pepper. But we're going to put these in the oven, preheated 325 degrees, which is what the bag says. If your bag says something else, do it different, for 25 minutes. And then I'm going to show you how to make the cup. Alright, in 25 minutes our tater tots are golden brown. I'm going to sprinkle a little bit of salt on mine because I like it. It's optional. You don't have to do it. I just think without a little bit of flavor, they're not that good, or a little bit of seasoning, they're not that good. A little bit of pepper on them will be all right. You've got to have something that's a little bit smaller than your muffin cup. And what you're going to do is you're just going to mash these to make your cup. And I'm using the lid off of my cooking spray because I couldn't find anything else in my kitchen in all this stuff that I got. And they don't have to be perfect, which mine definitely are not going to be. Okay, it just takes a minute to squish your tater tots out. The secret is kind of a little pushing, rocking, twisting motion. And that will kind of shape them nicely and thin them out there to make a cup that you can fill. And the only thing you need to make the cups, other than the tater tots, is some shredded cheese. And you can use any flavor you want. I'm using cheddar because we're doing burgers. You could do cheddar, you could do Swiss, you could do American, you could even do mozzarella or something if you wanted. And pizza cups are another thing while we're on mozzarella. Once you put the cheese in and you get it browned, then you could add pepperoni and tomato sauce and stuff like that in them, and all your favorite pizza toppings. You can literally do anything with these. If you were going to do them for a brunch or breakfast, you might do some scrambled eggs with sausage or bacon and the cheese. But you put the cheese in here, and not measuring it, I'm just putting a pinch per cup. You know, getting my fingers kind of full there. And then we're going to put this under the broiler on low for a couple of minutes. And I do low because my oven will absolutely burn it up if I do it on high, until it's kind of brown and crunchy just a little bit. And then we're going to fill them with whatever you want. But we're doing burgers today, obviously. So these go back in the oven for just a couple minutes under the broiler until they're golden brown, 2, 3, 4, whatever your oven takes. Keep an eye on them. While those are broiling, let's get this meat finished up here. Now I am obviously not going to use all of this ground chuck in those little muffin cups there that I just did. But I had this in the fridge and I needed to cook it, so I thought I might as well just go ahead and cook it all. And what I do lots of people are asking for tips for single folks, is I will cook extra ground beef whenever I'm doing something that needs ground beef crumbles. And then I divide it up into either vacuum bags, which I have a vacuum sealer, and vacuum sealed stuff lasts much longer, or you can put it in little freezer bags and put it in the freezer. And then if you want something that uses ground beef crumbles, you just take out a little bag and you warm it up. So you can make single serving spaghettis or SOS or sloppy joes, or anything that uses beef crumbles. You can use these beef crumbles out of the freezer, and you don't have to take the time to cook it, and it don't make a mess in the kitchen, and you can have a single dinner in just a few minutes. Okay, our cheese is nice and toasty, and I've set all this stuff right in the way so you can't see what I'm doing. That was silly. Anyway, our cheese is toasty. It's all nice and melted. I've got our ground beef done over here, and we've got some hamburger toppings. Now, you could also dice up some tomato real small. I didn't have any tomato. I can't believe I did this and didn't have any tomato. But some diced tomato would be wonderful on this, because that's a hamburger topping. And Alex is going to have a fit because I don't have any tomatoes to go on these when she comes over here. She'll probably run out and get some and heat them back up. You know, like I said, for parties, these would be great. Appetizers and stuff. Or if you're sitting around watching movies, or you're watching a ball game or whatever, these would be wonderful, and you can top them however. And you can just do loaded tater tot cups, and you can do bacon and sour cream and stuff in these, and serve them like a loaded baked potato. Whatever you want to. It is literally limitless. I think our ground chuck is done here, so I'm going to go ahead and turn this off. I mean, I want it good and done, but I don't want it burned. And I'm going to show you how to assemble some of these. When I originally stumbled across this idea, I saw somebody doing BigMac cups, and I thought, how cool is that? So if you want to do a BigMac cup, you need a pickle. Let's see if I can find a pickle. Put your pickle in your tater tot cup first, because it's bigger, and kind of line it with it, and it'll also kind of hold the bottom of it up. But we're going to do them different ways. We're going to do cheeseburgers. We're going to do some with onions, some without onions. But a Big Mac is pickles, lettuce, onions, and special sauce. You can get the sandwich sauce, or you can use Thousand Island dressing, or you can make your own. It's like a ketchup mayonnaise mixture, kinda. Since we put that minced onion in our hamburger, we're gonna do some like Crystal does them, with the pickle and the meat and the cheese is in there. So we'll have some Crystal tater tot cups, we'll have some Big Mac tater tot cups, and then we'll do some cheeseburger ones that are kind of plain for the kids. All right, next thing is your meat. Just scoop it in there. You don't want to overfill it, because folks are going to be trying to eat this. And I'm going to sprinkle a little bit more cheese on top of my hamburger while it's good and hot, because that extra cheese is going to hold the meat together. So when folks are eating them, it will melt, because my hamburger's hot. So every couple that you scoop out, if you want to hold your hamburger together, especially if you got that pickle in the bottom, because your ground beef is not going to fit down in your cup real well, and it's not going to stick in the cheese in the bottom. Folks always ask what I'm using or how much of everything, and what I'm doing, I'm using a tablespoon measuring spoon, and I'm basically just putting a big scoop in there. Now, the ones that didn't have the pickle, I decided to add just a tiny bit more to them, but basically a big tablespoon scoop. Get that cheese on top of them. I'm putting extra cheese on all of them. Who don't like extra cheese? All right. Now, if you want the true Big Mac flavor, sprinkle some onions. And some lettuce. And then you will drizzle some salad dressing, sandwich spread, whatever brand or whatever that you do. Oh my goodness, this don't have the squirty thing. I don't know if this will drizzle or not. There we go. Well, kinda. Should have done that on a plate, huh? But anyway, you just keep dressing them up the way you want to. We can put some lettuce on some more. You don't want to put too much because, like I said, people are going to be kind of holding these and eating them. And you can even serve, if you're doing these at a party, leave the lettuce, leave the onions, you know, leave that stuff on the side. And some of these plain cheeseburger ones, I want to do some onion on them. And you can also sit out ketchup, mustard, especially for the cheeseburger. Everybody likes a little ketchup and mustard. I mean, I like ketchup on my tater tots too. Kids might just like ketchup. And it's just kind of whatever you want. And that's all there is to making a BigMac cup, a Crystal cup, a cheeseburger cup. You know, just dress them up however you want to dress them up. Put what you like on them. Leave all the condiments on the side and set up like a bar and let people eat them. Or do some breakfast flavors. All you need to get these out and serve them is just a spatula, and you're going to kind of slide it down in the edge and then scoop it out, and they will come out in cute little cups, and you can sit them on a plate and serve them. See, they're very pretty, and they are portable. You can pick them up and eat them. Little messy. I'd probably serve them with forks. And we all need little extra things because it seems like we're back to getting together in groups again. Praise the Lord. Boy, that 2 years where nobody got together, that like to have killed me. But now that we're back to getting together, we got to have good recipes and good food that we can share with other people. And speaking of sharing, I want to leave Matthew 6:20 with you. But lay up for yourselves treasures of heaven, where neither moth nor rust doth corrupt, and where thieves do not break through or steal. You know, all the things that we have here on earth that we value, we collect, all of our little trinkets and our many treasured possessions, they are all only very temporary. The things that are eternal, the things that we get to take with us, are the things that we give away. The things that we do for other people. Our selflessness. It's not the selfish things that are going to go with us. Make sure you're giving. Give with your whole heart. Give as much as you can. Leave those you love with memories that they can see the Lord in. Every day, make sure the world sees the Lord in you through your heart, through how you give. I want to thank you so much for joining us, the Hillbilly Kitchen. Get together often, make good food, share memories, give from your heart. If you haven't already, please don't forget to click like and subscribe before you leave. Share all of our videos with your friends. And until next time, remember to put God first.